Good afternoon, I hope everyone's well today. I wanted to make a quick video about a few things about the economic incompetence of the Chancellor and the Labour Party. I'm not even sure they understand how modern money actually works since, well, at least since the 70s when we came off the gold standard, okay? Money doesn't really exist anymore. What exists is debt, and that's what all the money in your pocket actually is. That's why when you look at a £20 note, there's a comment on it, a statement that says, "I promise to pay the bearer on demand the sum of £20. You actually have an IOU, essentially. That's what money actually is, okay? That's the first thing I want to mention, okay? So because the government is so indebted, it can never run out of money, because as we've seen with COVID and the financial crash in 2008, whenever they get into a crisis or whenever they need money for anything, they can actually just generate money by issuing bonds to the City of London, which they will always buy because they get a return on investment, and give the government the shortfall, okay? That's how modern monetary policy works in the United Kingdom. We've actually not been in the black in the United Kingdom since the restoration of the monarchy in 1660, okay? That's how far back the debt of the country actually goes. That's the first thing I want to say. So when the Chancellor and the Labour Party won't even allow MPs to debate the winter fuel payments being stopped, there's a reason for that, because it's a specific choice. They're choosing to impact our pensioners, and they're doing it, I know, for some sort of twisted punishments, because pensioners typically don't vote Labour. That could be one interpretation. A second point I want to make is they're not allowing a vote in Parliament because they are nervous about their own MPs actually adhering to the whip, and it could potentially collapse the government, because if it's a whipped vote and the MPs don't fall in line, that's an automatic suspension. And what actually happens then, if enough of their MPs actually rebel, then it could, in theory at least, give the Labour Party on paper no majority, because they may have to suspend so many MPs that they are effectively a minority government. So that's another point I'd like to make. What I'd also like to make, points I'd like to make is, there's $3 billion for Ukraine, $12 billion for African climate aid, $9 billion on GB Energy, $10 billion for public sector wage hikes, $100 million on train driver wage hikes. So that's all in all £34 billion sterling, okay? And we've already established that's not actually money in your pocket, that's actually debt, and that's just a promise to pay. So they've got all of that money, but they can't afford winter fuel payments for pensioners. No, it's actually technically impossible for a government to run out of money nowadays. They can just always print more if they need to print more. And that's the way it works. This is a specific political decision that the Labour government is giving, and is doing it to prove points. That is the only reason it is doing it. That is my opinion, that is my view. There is money to cut, and there's always money to print. So, if you like this video, and you agree with my comments, let me know, and I will see you in the next one. Just on a side note, the Chancellor did work for the Bank of England, but she was in a junior position at the time, so I think her economic literacy does leave some things to be desired. Again, that's just my opinion. I appreciate your time. Have a good day.